Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm coming at you today with a book review of a book that I really enjoyed. It's called $1 Million by 30. Here it goes. It's written by a young gentleman named Alan Corey, and it's basically a chronicle of his experiences graduating from college and moving home to Atlanta with his parents and deciding, hey, this isn't what I want to be doing. I want to live on my own. I want to do my own thing. I want to make $1 million. So he moves to New York, fresh out of college. He's looking for work. He works at an entry-level tech company, making $40,000 a year. Now, he explains that, $40 grand a year out of college, when he graduated, that was pretty good money for anywhere else in the country, but for New York City, it wasn't really doing it for him. So he ends up renting a room in the projects. Now, he didn't realize it was the projects, but they were charging $400 a month. And he thought, great, this is a deal that I can take up. So he's basically just saying everything he did from that point on to go on and become a millionaire. He actually was very successful because he hit $1 million before he turned 30. He hit $1 million when he turned 28. And his basic facet of making his millions was real estate. And after living in the projects for a couple of years, he ended up buying a condo, and from a condo he went to a multifamily house, and then from that he went to working with partners and buying a building, which was eventually purchased by Barbara Corcoran. And then he goes on and he finally purchases a bar and grill type place where, I guess his incentive there was to get free beers, but in any case, it was a good investment. So he talks about the importance of penny pinching, the importance of living below your means, which I think is a very good message. He's very comical, so he adds in a lot of jokes here and there. I mean, every chapter is bound to have something that'll make you at least smile. But he incorporates sound finances with a little bit of humor, so I think it's a good mix. I really enjoyed it. I bought the book for maybe something ridiculous, like $6 on Amazon.com. I first saw it in Barnes & Noble. It's listed as $13.95 for the list price. When I went online, it was much cheaper, $3 or $4 shipping and handling, so I ended up paying somewhere around $10 for the book. Really great deal, definitely worth the money. It's not that much, and it's packed with information. He's not too specific about how to do these things, and I would say you'd have to look at authors like maybe Robert Kiyosaki, or maybe look at some of the writings of Carlton Sheets, maybe to figure that out. But he is basically saying that even on a $40,000 salary living in New York City, you can make it happen with determination. And I like Alan because he's what I like to call a hustler. He did whatever it took to make his dreams come true and to make his goals become realities. And I really admire him for that. He's very creative. He uses his mind to do things like get free trips. For example, he was featured on Jerry Springer once, and he and his friends concocted the story about one cheating on the other and so forth, and it's really interesting. So not only does he talk about the real estate, but he talks about other small hustling jobs he used, fillers, to make and bring in extra cash. He also talks about some investing he did, 401ks, stashing a bunch of his cash away in accounts, going to the ATM once a week and taking out a certain set amount of money, and that being it for the week, not giving into temptations and using things like credit cards and debit cards. He was basically all cash through his whole journey. So $1 Million by 30, I'd give it 4 stars. I think it's definitely a good buy. Not the type of thing if you're looking for step-by-step ways to go about entering the real estate world, but it's great motivation, I think, and he's, for what it's worth, it has some really great tips. So go for it, let me know what you think, and hope you enjoyed my review.